Okay, good morning to everyone. And today I will take some examples based on capital gains of 15 marks. And by confusion, yesterday I made a mistake, and no one has made any objection regarding that. That is the retention money. Based on retention money, I solved one problem yesterday. And in that problem, 50,000 was the cost, and that assessee previously negotiated for the sale of that property and received 2,000 rupee. 2,000 rupee he received as retention money. Okay, this is the problem. Yesterday I solved this problem. In this problem, 30,000 is the cost, 52,000 is the fair market value, and you considered 52,000 as fair market value. And thereafter, the assessee negotiated in the year financial in the financial year 2015 and received retention money of rupees 2,000. He received the retention money 2,000 and that is forfeited. Okay, that is called as retention money. But the rule is, if that retention money is received before 1/4/2014, you have to deduct. You have to deduct in the cost. And if it is after 1/4/2014, you have to take that amount in the other source. Okay. By confusion, I interchange the rule. So you remember this point. Whatever I told yesterday, that is the wrong one. I wrongly interpreted the point. Therefore, you make that change today. The rule is if the advance money received and forfeited after 1/4/2014, it is taxable in the income from other source. So in the yesterday problem, the date is 1/4/2015, April 2015. Therefore, that comes in the other source. 2,000 you have to take in the other source. Remember this. Okay. If that money is before 1/4/2014, you deduct in the cost of acquisition. So I already solved the problem and I made change. I made change in the problem. You consider that change. Okay. Here March 2015 is there in your problem. Yesterday problem March 2015 is there. Today I changed the date 2014 because I deducted in the cost. If you deduct in the cost, that date must be 1/4/2014 before. The forfeited year must be 1/4/2014 before. Then you deduct. Okay, use here. I deducted here 2,000. If you deduct here, if you want to deduct here, the date must be before April 2014. If it is after 2014, you don't deduct here. Remember this. Once again, I am repeating. This is the point you remember. Okay. And I deducted here. Therefore, instead of changing the problem, I changed the problem itself. Instead of changing the solution in change model bad ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡೇನಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ಚ್ 2015 ಇತ್ತು ನಿನ್ನಿನ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ನಾಗ ಅದನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೇನಿ ಮಾರ್ಚ್ 2014 ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟೇನಿ ಮಾರ್ಚ್ 2014 ಆದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಡಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಸರಿ ನೆನ್ಬಿಟ್ಟುಕೋರಿ ಟೀಟಾ ನಿನ್ನ ಏನೋ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ ಅದನ್ನ ತಿದ್ಕೋರಿ ಸರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋರಿ ಈ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೆನ್ಪುಳ್ತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಮಾರ್ಚ್ 2014 ಕಿಂತ ಪೈಲಾ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. ಮಾರ್ಚ್ 2000 ಸಾರಿ ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ 2014 ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ 2014 ಕಿಂತ ಹಿಂದಿಂದಿತ್ತು ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ 2014 ದಿಂದ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಇತ್ತು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಬಿಟ್ ಬಿಡ್ರಿ, ಲೆಕ್ಕಕ್ಕೆ ತಗೋಬೇಡ್ರಿ. ಇದನ್ನ this is the point. Okay, then come to the next problem. This is the problem I was explaining yesterday. Once again you see this problem. The first asset full value consideration is 6 lakh. The first asset full value of consideration is 6,60,000. In that you deduct the index cost of acquisition. Cost is 1,13,000. Wait, I will see it. Right, its cost is 1,13,000. Its cost is 1,13,000 into 289 divided by 113. Okay, so if you deduct it, gross capital gain is 3,71,000. In the gross capital gain, you deduct exemption under section 54. That is cost of new residential house. 1,50,000. If you deduct 1,50,000, capital gain on residential house is 2,21,000. Then full value of consideration is second asset. Second asset is non-listed share, 3,10,000. Index cost of acquisition is 1 lakh is the fair market value, 50,000 is the cost. So we take fair market value 1 lakh into present index divided by index of the related year. Okay, so index cost is 2,89,000. 2,89,000 you deduct, then balance is capital gain. Capital gain on non-residential, non-listed sales. Non-listed sale is 21,000. Then third asset is goodwill, self-generated goodwill. Its sale value is 3,42,000. Cost is 0. Remember, always the cost is 0 relating to self-generated assets. So you deduct it 0, then again full value of consideration is called as capital gain on goodwill. You write clearly capital gain on self-generated goodwill. ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಬರೀರಿ, ನಂಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರೆಯಕ್ ಜಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಟೀಟಾ ನೀವು 1ನೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ರಿ, ಫುಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ರಿ, ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ನಾಗ ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಅನ್ರಿ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕ ಫುಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ರಿ, ಸೇಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬರೀ ಬದಲಿ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ರಿ, ನಾನ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಶೇರ್ ಅನ್ರಿ. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕ ಫುಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ರಿ, ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ನಾಗ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಜನರೇಟೆಡ್ ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ಅನ್ರಿ. ನಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರೆದ್ರಿ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಕಾಣುಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರೇ ಸೇಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೇನೆ. So you take the outer column total. The outer column total is called as income from capital gain. Income from capital gain. Remember this. Income from capital gain. This is the point. Clear? Next problem, you see the next problem. The next problem is, from the following information compute the taxable capital gain. From the following information compute the taxable capital gain of Mr. Fortune. Mr. Fortune for the assessment year 2020-21. For the year 2021 they asked to calculate. And here there are two assets. One is jewelry, another is non-listed shares. Jewelry and non-listed shares, there are two assets. Okay. First is year of purchase is given for you people. Year of purchase is 2002-3 and second is 2007-8. So these are the after 1/4/2001. Okay. Then year of sale is the previous year. Previous year is the sale of year. First cost of acquisition is 1,05,000. You apply the index. You apply the index and calculate the index cost of acquisition for the first. And cost of improvement is there. Second point, you take the cost of improvement. Okay. And sale proceed is there. This is called as full value of consideration. Regarding jewelry, you take full value of consideration less index cost of acquisition, index cost of improvement. Index cost of acquisition, index cost of improvement you deduct, you will get the capital gain on jewelry. Capital gain on jewelry. Then non-listed sales. Non-listed sales, cost of acquisition is there, selling expense is there. Okay. And sale value is there, sale proceed. In this sale proceed, you deduct selling expense, you will get net consideration. Net consideration. In the net consideration, you deduct index cost of acquisition. Index cost of acquisition. Clear? First asset, second asset. You calculate the total, and total is the capital gain. Okay. And remember here, always index is given below the problem. Index is given below the problem. These index you have to apply. Okay. You remember this. Index always below the problem. You have to take the index given in the problem. Remember this. Okay. Regarding first problem, 3 points are there. Full value of consideration, cost of acquisition, cost of improvement. Second asset, full value of consideration. Then second is selling expense. Third is cost of acquisition. 3 point, 3 point. You take 3 point from the first, 3 point from the second, take the total, you will get the answer. You see here. I have taken 3 amount columns. First is full value of consideration. 6,91,100. 6,91,100 is the jewelry. Less index cost of acquisition. 1,05,000 is the index. One lakh 5,000 is the index cost into 289 divided by 105 year of acquisition index. Okay. Then improvement cost is 23,400. 23,400 into present index divided by year of improvement index. Improvement year index is 117. Okay. You multiply and divide, you will get 57,800. 57,800 is the index cost of improvement. You deduct these two in the amount, full value of consideration. If you deduct these two, answer is 2,73,000. Sorry, 2,72,300. This is called as capital gain on jewelry. This is capital gain on jewelry. Capital gain on jewelry. Capital gain on jewelry is 2,72,300. Then second asset is non-listed sales. Full value of consideration is 1,94,900. Less selling expense 1,000. So 1,93,900 is called as net consideration. In the net consideration, you deduct the index cost of acquisition. 90,300 is the cost of acquisition. 90,300 into 289 divided by 126 is the index relating to year of acquisition. So if you deduct it, your answer is minus 8,400. Remember this, here is the point. Full value of consideration or net consideration is 1,93,900. Index cost of acquisition is 2,02,300. So cost is more than the revenue. Cost is more than the revenue. Therefore, here is the loss. This loss is called as capital loss. Remember this. If your answer is minus, then that is called as capital loss. Okay. If you deduct the cost from the full value of consideration, if you deduct the cost from the full value of consideration, whatever negative answer comes, that negative is called as capital loss. If the asset is a short term, then you call as short term capital loss. If the asset is a long term, then you call that as a long term capital loss. Long term capital loss. So 8,400 is the long term capital loss. Long term capital loss on non-listed sales. Clear? Regarding this loss, I will give you certain rules. Capital loss, short-term capital loss, first you recover from the short-term capital gain of that year. And if the short-term capital gain is not there, you recover from the long-term capital gain of that year. Remember this regarding short-term. And regarding long-term capital loss, long-term capital loss is to be recovered from the long-term capital gain of that year. Otherwise, that loss is to be carried forward to next year. Set off and carry forward chapter is the next chapter, and we will adjust these this type of losses in the next chapter. And for your solution purpose, I am giving the clue. ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೋರಿ. ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಗೇನ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ತೆಗೆದು ಹಾಕಬಹುದು. ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಗೇನ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ತೆಗೆದು ಹಾಕ್ರಿ. ಇದವರ್ಸ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಗೇನ್ ದಾಗ ತೆಗೆದು ಹಾಕ್ರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ದಾಗೂ ತೆಗೆದು ಹಾಕ್ರಿ ನಡೀತಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ದಾಗ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟು. ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಟು ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಗೇನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. And the first point is gain, second point is loss. The ultimate result is, so out of capital gain of the first, you deduct the capital loss of the second. Whatever answer comes, that is called as income from capital gain. Income from capital gain. This is the point you remember. E type example ಬರ್ತಾವ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ದಾಗ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ದಾಗ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. Short term may be adjusted in short term or long term. Short term may be adjusted in short term or long term, but long term capital loss is to be adjusted only in long term capital gain. This is the point you remember. Okay, any doubt about this? And 2-minute time is there. I'll explain the next problem, and again you join at 12:30. 12:30 there is income tax period. In the income tax period is at 12:30, and every Tuesday I'll engage 10:30 and 12:30, 2 periods. Remember this. And regarding this GST, I explained the syllabus. I explained the syllabus and somebody disturbed me, and I stopped that there only. I stopped that there only. And after completing this capital gain first income tax unit, I will take the GST first unit. And if you disturb, if your disturbing activity again continues, then I'll take that GST during offline class. I'll see how you disturb me. ಸರಿ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋರಿ. ಈಗ GST ಚಾಲೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ನಿ, ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ಬಂದ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾ ಇನ್ನ ಥಿಯರಿ ಇನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೌದಾ? ನಾ ಬರೇ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ನೀವು ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ, ನಾನು ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಬಂತು ಬಂದ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ. ಇನ್ನ GST ಅನ್ನ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಒಂದ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆದ ನಂತರ GST ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ಅವಾಗ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ನಾಗ ನಾ GST ತಗೋತೀನಿ. ಅವಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಮಾಡುವಂತ್ರಿ. Okay, only less than 1 minute time is there. It is enough for this class. I will explain the next problem in the next class. So you rejoin at 12:30 again. Again you rejoin at 12:30 for the second class. Okay.